writing critique without taking ourselves too seriously. My name is Lindsay, and with me here today is...
Janette, Rallison,
Brandy Stewart,
Adrienne, Quintana.
Brock Booher.
All right, this is how the show works. Oh, I should mention that we do have a guest judge, Brandy. She's been on a couple already, so if you haven't recognized it, go back and watch the other couple episodes. You'll know what's going on.
She's a superhero.
She's like a superhero in her life. All right, so the show works. We have someone read. Today is going to be...
It's going to be me.
It's going to be Adrienne who's going to read.
gonna be
And the rest of us are going to judge whether we think an agent or editor or book buyer would stop reading at some point during the first page. That's right. And
You
if
don't want to hear that noise.
you don't want to hear that noise. And I miss it. Last couple we haven't buzzed at all, so I'm looking.
You really, really want to know.
Sorry to whoever this is. It's been like,
All right, here we go. I haven't slept soundly in a year, not since the accident. This isn't the first time I've watched the sunrise, watching the dust motes dance in the beams of sunlight filtering through my blinds. It won't be the last. Watching the sunrise is one of my favorite things to do. It gives me hope. Maybe God loves me in spite of the crap I've endured, and He's got something planned for me. My mom said I was destined for greatness. She had a way of making me feel important when I was standing in my sister's shadow.
Okay. And see, okay, and I'm the one that's always saying, give us more internal thought. But right here, I felt like we had some internal thought, and then it just sort of went to backstory that we were just giving in sort of an info dump about the character instead of having that be his real thoughts. Because is he really sitting there, thinking as he's watching the sunrise, Mom always said I was destined for greatness. I mean, that sounds more like...
I always think that.
You think...
Right when you wake up in the morning, you're like, I'm destined for greatness.
But you want to put us in that scene and show us what the character is actually thinking about at that time. Also, I love the first line. Oh, well, I probably shouldn't go. Okay, I love the first line, but you have to be careful about having a character wake up at the beginning because...
Well, they didn't actually sleep, Janette, so they're
Yes.
watching the sunrise. You okay with that?
Yeah, you guys gave me a hard time because I buzzed one because they talked about waking up.
No, but
Okay,
it's kind of
so-
the same thing because
Okay.
no action's happening.
We'll keep
Wait, I
moving.
can't talk.
I'm going to keep you on task. Keep
Okay,
moving.
okay, keep moving. Here we go. So, she had a way of making me feel important when I was standing in my sister's shadow. Mom understood. She knew I didn't have to be like Alicia. I was just as good as my sister, but in different ways. I mean, it's not like I didn't play sports or do anything active.
I'm not really drawn into this story. It's not giving me kind of a goal. I'm not really sure of the setting other than it's probably someone's home or the genre or anything. So it has not engaged my attention.
Okay. Geez, our family thrived on active. Sure, Alicia got her black belt in karate a year before I did, but I was the better marksman. 6 years of soccer also meant I was a better runner. She was just stronger and meaner. I always thought I'd gained my strength when I got older.
Okay, you're telling. Too much telling,
backstory.
not enough showing. It's backstory. It's kind of interesting, but it's just the story's not moving forward. It's looking back, and it needs to be moving forward.
Okay. By now, she would have regretted all the things she did to terrorize me. Days like today, I miss Mom more than usual. She and I have a lot in common, like reading books, or had a lot in common, like reading books, working hard, and being in nature. Sunrises like today would have taken her breath away. She would have suggested going for a run before the others woke up, and we would have run to Krispy Kreme to get donuts, just to spite. She'd laugh and shake her fist in the air. Calories be damned. I sigh, flinging my covers off. We'll bleep that out. Flinging my covers off my body and swing my feet into the creaky hardwood floor. The alarm clock blinks 6:30 a.m., taunting me. I'm contemplating staying in bed to read my current book, but decide better of it. It's not like I don't know how it will end. It's World War II. Hitler dies. We win. You still didn't buzz.
Well, I think for me, I just want to hear the whole thing before I judge it. So you didn't mention the title, which is DomiNATE. I wouldn't say that the first page makes me think dominate. It seems kind of like,
Wounded person.
I'm guessing
Yeah.
our character's name is Nate, and the
Yeah.
family's
Yeah.
very competitive. So now we've got
there you go.
DomiNATE.
Yes, because
Mhm.
I see what you did there. Yes.
Yeah.
It's okay. I don't hate this story. I can't say I'm like super like sucked in, because she just,
Right.
it just ends here. The story has ended. I don't know if I am enticed to turn the page, so I guess I could buzz on that.
See, I almost feel like they said at the end, it's not like I don't know how it will end.
Right.
It's like I go, yeah, I feel the same way about this page. I know I just don't really, I'm not drawn in to continue to read. It's like reading the World War II history. I know how it ends.
It's kind of interesting too, because when it's setting up the problem, it's not 100% clear what the problem
Yeah.
is. Like I was feeling at first, I haven't slept soundly in years, not since the accident. So immediately I'm thinking this person's been in an accident,
Mhm.
Right.
and that they have some kind of problem. And especially when they set up all of that about being active, I'm going to find out that he's in a wheelchair now,
Mhm.
or something like that. And then we get to the mom, and we're like, oh no, the mom
Oh, yeah.
died.
Yeah.
So-
That was where my interest perked up.
Mhm.
Like I would think you could almost cut, like Mom always thought I was destined for greatness or something like that. That would be a good paragraph to put in later in the first chapter or
When
other
it's
places.
relevant.
But yeah, when he was talking about I miss Mom more than usual, and maybe it's because I'm a mom. I'm like, yeah, my kids would feel that way. Yes, go
Jeanette was
author.
feeling emotion.
Yes.
Well-
Yeah. They wouldn't really feel that way. They'd be like, no one's going to clean the house for us.
See, that miss you.
Yeah, that's true. They miss me when the laundry started piling up.
And where I really was pulled in was days like today,
Yeah.
I miss Mom more than usual.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm with you. I think it's okay that they're looking out the blinds and the sunrise, but I would jump immediately afterwards right to
Days
that.
like today.
Cut
Yeah.
those second two paragraphs.
Yeah, cut them, and then now we have something that's a little more intriguing. He's been up all night, and he misses the mom and everything.
Yeah.
It's a lot more emotionally satisfying.
Yeah, we know he's wounded. We know he's changed, and we're again assuming this is a guy because it DomiNATE. But give us something some goal, some piece of action, something that's happening, so that we'll wonder what's going to happen next.
And that's another good point. We don't know on page one whether this is a guy or a girl, and that's a no-no. That's a big no-no. We need to know as soon as possible who the main character in the story is, and we at the end of the first page, we have no idea.
I think you do get a sense that it's a boy. I felt like it was a boy just because he's talking about his sister and the competition, but you don't know
I
that.
think it
But
was
you
a girl.
can do, because
No, I'm just kidding. I don't know.
it could be a girl though, because
Yeah.
so you didn't have to be like Alicia, and you could be like Alicia as a female or a male.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah,
Hmm.
that's
I
right.
think the only clue you might have maybe is the title.
Right. I was thinking it was a girl, except for the title. So.
Yeah.
So there's some tension there. We don't know if it's a boy or a girl.
Maybe it's a gender
Well, maybe,
neutral.
maybe it has
Maybe
the
it's gender
Daleks. Dominate. I mean, so maybe it's the Daleks and it's a Doctor Who
Oh.
fan
There you
fiction.
go.
You think?
Could be.
Could be.
We went there.
Okay, so probably not. All right, so let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and judge on it, vote on it. Whatever that word is that is escaping me entirely, we're going to do that thing, and we'll go ahead and start with me.
Okay.
And I'm going to give it a. I'm going to give it a right. It failed to engage me, and I don't know who the character is, and I don't know where we're going with it.
Well, I think, if we cut those two paragraphs out and then we might get to something that's a goal or something. So, I don't want to say just go back to the drawing board when it might just need some little cutting, but I'll just say set.
I was thinking set as well.
And I'm going to vote innate that this should be a set also. I like the character voice. I think that we've got, we do have a good conflict. We've got a dead mom, and that's really bad. So I think that, but if we can cut those two paragraphs and then get to some action more quickly, then we'll be more drawn in.
And I'm going to vote right because I think that there is a nugget of a good story here, and whoever you are, you've got some writing ability, and you can do better. And I'm going to say right because I think there's a better story, and you can do a better job with that, and you can hook us better And so I'm going to vote right, but I'm going to encourage you to do that because I think there's some good stuff there.
Right, the prose, the voice is good. I mean, it's a nice, clean,
Yep.
smooth writing job. So definitely, I agree with you on
Yeah,
that.
I feel like this isn't the first time this person's ever sat down and written something, but they've obviously had some experience.
Right. Yeah.
All right, so did we get it right? Do you agree with us, disagree with us? Leave a comment below.
Leave a lot of comments
Leave a
below.
lot of
You have
comments
more
below.
chances to win.
That's right.
Leave a comment if you think
You
this
can
is about the
dominate
Darlicks.
comments.
Dominate.
Dominate.
Comminate. Wait, no. That's not-
Dominate.
Oh, also,
Oh, boy.
Are you wondering if it's late at night right now? Are you wondering?
And
Could be.
it's not.
Maybe.
So that's the sad thing. It's not late at night. So thank you for tuning in. Until next time, get ready.
That's it.
right?
In addition to our quarterly prize of a William Shakespeare air freshener, we have additional yearly prizes.
That's right. We have a Get Out of the Slush Pile free from Shadow Mountain and also a first chapter critique.
And the same prize coming from Cedar Fort Publishing. So you'll get out of the slush pile with them and also the chapter critique.
Some great prizes we offer. Also, you can follow us at our podcast, Ready, Set, Right Podcast. You can find us on the internet. You can find us through Apple as well, through iTunes, and look for us on all of our social media. Also, look for our published books wherever good books are sold, because we do write occasionally, because that's what we do. And we'd like to thank Connor Blaylock for his technical support and helping us get this production put together.
I know the elephant just walked behind us. I know, feel it.
He's probably going to bleep all this out. But anyway, that's okay. Thank you, Connor. And of course, thanks to you for listening. Please subscribe to our YouTube and to all the social media that we also subscribe to, and we're glad to interact with you anytime. Until next time.
Get ready.
Get set.
Right. What are you doing, Janette?
I'm waiting for people to subscribe. My takeaway.
Well, hurry up.
Subscribe.
It's annoying me.
I want to go home. Subscribe.
Please.